They took what I believe is Houston's most unique marketing infrastructure, one that I personally built from scratch, and somehow managed to make it generic with AI? Brev, I'm not anti-AI, not even close, but there is a fundamental misunderstanding here. And it's almost poetic that my former partner is the one demonstrating it, actually. Technology is supposed to carry the boring stuff for us. The mundane, tedious stuff. The stuff you don't want to do. So we can spend more time on what actually matters. Being creative. Connecting more with people. Being yourself. That's the deal. It helps you be more human, not less. But instead, they did the opposite. They let AI do the one thing it absolutely should not do, which is to stand in for a human expression on a platform that I built entirely on human connection. Allow me to explain. People get marketing wrong a lot of times. They think it's about grabbing attention, flashy graphics, catchy slogans, going viral. Those are just tactics, not the foundation. The foundation is trust, and the trust comes from one place, which is authenticity. People can feel something real. They can feel when it's not. The brands that win are the ones that are actually brave enough to be themselves. They show up who they actually are and let people decide. That's the risk, but that's also the reward. Loyalty is built when people actually accept the real you. That's what I was trying to build for our firm. Something real, in the real world, tied to a real community, a community that we wanted to connect with, Houston. One of the most important things you need to understand about marketing is that people don't make logical decisions. They make emotional decisions and they back it up with logic. The emotion comes first, always. Then the authenticity is what triggers the emotion. I didn't decide to put our faces on billboards out of ego, contrary to what a lot of people think. Faces build familiarity. Familiarity builds trust. And trust, that's the emotion that gets someone a call. Each of those entertaining ads y'all saw on the big board, each one of those actually was me sharing a part of myself outside of being a lawyer. Humor, personality, interest. What made me happiest about those boards was that Houston accepted it. Y'all accepted us. Y'all accepted me. Y'all enjoyed them for the most part. We became known for our billboards. I used to have my intake team forward me every single comment we received, every phone call, every voicemail, every message through the website. I wanted to see and read all of it. And my favorite one was when a father called in just to say him and his daughter absolutely love our billboards. They smile and laugh all the time when they drive by, and that his daughter wanted to become a lawyer because of them, because of us. Think about that. A child saw those billboards and she didn't see a stuffy lawyer in a suit. She saw someone having fun, someone being themselves, and she thought, I could do that too. That's what representation actually looks like to me. It's showing up for the next generation, showing the next generation that being a professional doesn't mean that the child in you has to die. You can be excellent and playful, serious and joyful, successful and useful, or yourself. Let the inner child out. Let it play. Let it breathe. People can feel real people behind those ads. And at the end of the day, isn't that what we all want? To be seen, to be accepted for who we actually are? Not the polished version, not the version we think people want, the real one. That was the whole strategy. Be real, be human, let people in, and they'll let you in too. Not gimmicks, not shock value, just smart and real. That's hard to pull off. And now, we got AI slop on the highway. They did the exact opposite of everything I just said. They let AI do the one thing it absolutely should not do, which is, like I said, replace human expression on a platform I built for human connection. Now, I want to talk to the artists and creatives in particular for a second. I saw a post from a creative recently. They were upset about the firm using AI in the billboards now, talking about how artists and creatives can't find jobs and it's taking away the jobs. And look, I agree, the billboard is garbage. I've been saying that this whole video. But the fear that AI is coming for your career. Listen, refusing to use new tools doesn't make your work more authentic. It just makes it less relevant. But using those tools doesn't automatically make your work good either. You can use AI and still completely miss the point. Like they did. Really bad. New technology doesn't just kill jobs. Understand that it actually creates them too. When movies came out, people thought it would destroy theater. It didn't. It created more jobs, more skills, more ways to distribute your art. Actors didn't disappear. Writers didn't disappear. The industry got bigger. Same thing happened with TV. Same thing happened with streaming. Same thing will happen with AI. The work changes, the roles change, but the need for human creativity, that's not going anywhere. Because art isn't just about what was made. It's about who made it. Why do we care more about a painting when the more we know the artist's story? Why does a song hit harder when you know what the artist is going through? Or why do we have favorite artists? Because we're not just consuming the art, we're actually connecting with the human behind it. AI doesn't have a story, AI doesn't have a struggle, AI doesn't have a life that is shaped by perspective. It can make things, but it can't mean things. Now, for the artists who are genuinely scared, I get it. I do. And I'm not saying this from some high horse. I tell my son the exact same thing. That fear you're feeling, that's broke mentality. Not broke as in money. Broke as in stuck, broke as in refusing to move, broke as in letting the world happen to you, not for you. You need to move with life. Think about it. What tool are you using right now that someone didn't fear at some point? Paint was technology once, believe it or not. People thought it would cheapen art. Photography came along. Painters thought it was the end of everything. Digital art, Photoshop, Auto-Tune, every single tool you love today was something someone was terrified in the generation before you. And you know who thrived? The ones that learned the new tools first. The ones who bent to their vision. The ones who made it theirs. You think Picasso would have been scared of AI? I actually think he would have been one of the first ones to embrace it. Experimenting, breaking it, making it do things nobody thought was possible. That's what real artists do. They don't run from tools. They master them. Adaptation is not optional. It never has been. That's not an AI thing. That is a life thing. The tools change, the game changes, and either you evolve or you watch everyone else pass you by. Don't let fear make your decisions. Fear has caused the most harm to humanity. Fear is a liar. Fear will have you standing still while the world still moves past you without you. Fear will tell you to protect what you have instead of becoming what you could be. Fear will convince you staying the same is safe. It's not. It's just a slow death. The question isn't whether AI will replace you. The question is whether you're brave enough to ask, what else can I become? The people who should actually be scared aren't artists. It's the people who think they can replace artistry with AI. The ones who think they can skip the human part and just generate their way into something meaningful, something useful that people want. It's not. That's what I call noise. And people can tell the difference every time. But on a side note, y'all know those billboards off of 45, the location of the office off 45? I picked it. I was raised 4 blocks from the current office. My parents still live there today. I'm stuck driving past this AI-generated mess in my own neighborhood. They took a marketing channel I built to stand out and made it blend in. They took something I designed for human connection and made it feel automated. They took something local, something personal, something mine, and made it look like every other forgettable ad people train themselves to ignore. I'll call this the flop era loading. But back to why I made this video. The real question is, what else can you become? That's what AI should make us ask. Not how do I cut corners, not how do I save money on creatives. How do I become more human, more connected, more irreplaceable? They answered that question wrong. And I love it. Because that tells you everything you need to know about who understood that business and who just occupied space in it.